Yesterday, Easter Sunday, Donald Trump, from his residence down there at Mar-a-Lago, issued one of his little ridiculous statements where he wanted to let everybody know that he wants them to have a happy Easter, and of course, he's still very bitter about losing the 2020 presidential election. Here is the statement that Donald Trump released on Easter Sunday to the world. Happy Easter to all, including the radical left crazies who rigged our presidential election and want to destroy our country. Simple message, right? Happy Easter, everybody. These sons of bitches over here are trying to do some horrible things, and I'm gonna, wow, you're crazy. And you're also very bitter and possibly quite a bit deranged as well. That's the big takeaway from this message that Donald Trump issued on Sunday. This is nuts. And so is he. But folks, it's like I keep telling you, this is a guy who is going to continue to bitch and moan about losing that presidential election every chance he gets until he is no longer physically able to speak. Every single time this guy says something, issues a statement, does an interview, gives a speech, whatever it is, he is going to bring this up because he is still bitter and angry about the fact that he lost. And of course, he can't admit publicly that he lost. That's why he has to always go back to, it was rigged. It was rigged. There's no way in hell Donald J. Trump, could have actually lost to Joe Biden. No, that makes no sense. Joe Biden is not very good. And it's true, Joe Biden was not a very strong candidate at all. It's just that he happened to be the candidate at a time when everything coalesced around him, giving him enough support to defeat Donald Trump. Trump lost that election fair and square, by the way. There's no question about that. They've done the recounts. They've done the audits. They've done the investigations. They have looked at every possible thing they could look at, and they didn't find the fraud except for a couple of cases where you did have some Trump supporters who committed voter fraud, and they got busted, and they're going to be dealt with in the court system. Beyond that, this election was not rigged. And unfortunately, the reason we still have to address issues like this is because there's far too many people in this country who still believe that the 2020 election was rigged. Trust me, I get no joy talking about stories like this. I get no joy out of acknowledging these idiotic statements and press releases and memos that Donald Trump spits out from Mar-a-Lago. I believe this country would be a much better place if we could just simply ignore those and not have anybody in the media report on him. But unfortunately, when he crosses that line and when he starts talking about the election being rigged, that is when we have to come out and debunk these idiotic talking points of his, because too many Republicans actually believe what he is saying. So that's why we have to talk about these things. Again, I don't want to address them. I would love nothing more than to move on from this whack job down there in South Florida. But if he is going to continue to poison the well of public discourse, we're going to have to keep debunking what he says, because far too many people, millions of Republicans in this country, still believe that crap.